Welcome to another Giles and the Goalie live Facebook recap. The Wild find a way, somehow, to lose 5-4 tonight to the Flyers at the Excel. And there really isn't a whole lot to say about the game. It was a bed crapping to end all bed crappings. Well, got off to a great start. Well, after allowing the first goal, of course, because let's not get ridiculous. So the Wild allowed the first goal, but then proceed to get off to a great start, getting a 3-1 lead on the Flyers. They look pretty solid. Luke Kunin and Joel Eriksson doing great work tonight. Great work. And then it basically all falls apart. And that's going to be the story of this game is how it fell apart in the second period and into the third. The biggest thing, and we can certainly talk about Devin Dubnyk and his not great year, and I'll listen to that all day because he has not had a great year. But I also don't put the onus on him for a whole lot of this because I don't feel like any of those goals were especially soft. In fact, I think a lot of those goals were very tough to stop. Very good chances and very quality goals that the Flyers earned because, and here's the main point, some egregious defensive breakdowns by the Wild. And we've seen them out of this team occasionally. We've seen them out of the Brodins and the Suitors of the world, and even Spurge on a very occasional basis. But tonight was just an absolute mess across the board, and you really gotta wonder where the shakeup is coming and what's going to happen with the future of this team because you can't go on with this roster exactly as it's constructed. And I'm going to temper that. I'm not a blow it up guy. I'm not a get rid of everyone guy. But the bottom end of this roster is just absolutely brutal. And I will grant a lot of people that the top end of this roster isn't pulling their weight right now either. Absolutely. Eric Stahl, Mikael Granlund, Charlie Coyle is playing better, maybe not producing a ton of points. But, we're talking about the Anthony Potatoes and the Brad Hunts, Greg Patera not playing well lately, Nick Seeler making some mistakes, Victor Rask. I can't even begin to tell you about how terrible he is. So it's those kind of things. It's the line change tonight that basically allows a 2-on-0 where Giroux comes in and absolutely unleashes a howitzer from the faceoff dot on Dubnyk that you really have no chance on. I don't care who thinks they know goaltending. You can't stop that. And myself and Lindsey Brown, another fellow goaltender tonight, discussed that you can't stop that. Same thing with the deflection. You deflect a puck twice, it's going to go in. You just can't have these kind of defensive breakdowns this often, marring what was otherwise a phenomenal first period and a little bit into the second. And then, they held their own a little bit in the third period there as well. Penalties obviously took a huge toll tonight. The penalty kill not playing as well as it could. Just all around, I could ramble and rant for hours, but just all around, not a great effort. And I really have seen enough of the supporting cast, let's call it. The main cast I'm fine with. If you lose because of Charlie Coyle, I can live with that. If you lose because of Ryan Suter, I can live with that. If you lose because of Devin Dubnyk having a bad game, I can almost live with that. But losing because Anthony Potato gets absolutely walked, and losing because your bottom lines make a terrible line change. Those things are just not acceptable at this point in the season, and isn't something that good teams do. So, any hoozle, that's probably enough for tonight. 3 stars. First star, I'm going to go with James Van Riemsdyk, game-winning goal. Um, in a game where a lot of goals were scored, that one was very clutch. Incredible hands by him on that goal. Second star of the night, I'm going to go with Anthony Stolarz. Stopped a lot of shots tonight for Philly. Sure, he let 4 goals in, but he also made some big saves that saved that 2 points for them tonight. Third star, I'm going to go with Luke Cunnin. He scored 2 goals tonight. It's great to see him producing. You really can't be upset with him tonight, whereas maybe the rest of the team, you've got a pretty good argument. So that'll do it for now. Expect a lot more anger and vitriol if this kind of play continues on this week's show, quite frankly, and probably some out of Giles' game preview on Thursday. So fair warning. Thanks for watching. Thanks for downloading. Hope you enjoyed our episode this week. We'll be back with a video jersey segment next week, and we'll talk to you later.